What's up, everybody? This is Domingo Hero Network, and today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Video I'm going to be doing a deck profile. This is the second of 3 deck profiles I'm going to be doing today. Earlier, I did 1 deck profile. If you have not seen it, go check it out. And stay tuned for the 3rd deck profile coming up after this. And the deck profile I'm going to be doing in this video is going to be my Sun and Moon Dragon deck profile. So, without further ado, let's get this started. So, here we go.
It's time to
Alright guys, so I'm here to do my Sun and Moon Dragon deck profile for the Postmaster Rule 5, and I cannot say that this deck is a competitive or anything. To me, this is more of a fun deck than a competitive, to be honest. This deck is a lot of fun to play. Now, the Sun and Moon Dragon deck is based on, the 2 Synchro monsters, Sun Dragon NT and Moon Dragon Kuya, and there's a character from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds that actually play this deck. And the character I'm talking about is Rex Goodwin. Of course, Rex Goodwin is the character from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. He is the last Dark Signer, the final Dark Signer in that show, and he actually played this deck. Of course, Rex Goodwin, he was a Signer and a Dark Signer because, he possesses the power of the light and dark from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds show. And I gotta say, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. That's one of my favorite anime shows growing up, and I love this Sun and Moon Dragon deck. When Rex Goodwin played this in the show, I fell in love with the synchros. Like, it's so much fun to play. Of course, they had like their effects to special summon one another from the graveyard and stuff. It's really good. So I'm gonna, and also not only that, but also last year when Immortal Destiny came out last year, this deck actually got new support with 2 monsters called Ascator Dawnwalker and Supei Dawnwalker, which help you go for your single plays and stuff. So I'm going to explain all my card choices, and I'm going to show you guys the main deck and the extra deck. So without further ado, let's get this started. Here we go. We're going to go with the main deck right now. So I'm going to show you guys the 2 monsters that you're going to play in this deck. I played 3 copies of Fire and Ascator and 3 copies of Supei. So these are the 2 monsters you're going to need for your synchro plays, especially if you want to go for your Sun Dragon NT Mojang Gren. And also you could use it for any other synchro monsters as well, because they're tuna monsters, of course. Of course, Fire and Ascator is the tuna monsters that you need to synchro summon for Sun Dragon NT, and Supei is the tuna monster you need to synchro summon for Moon Dragon Kuya. And like I said before, you can use these for any other synchro monsters as well, because they're tuners. They have their effects, which you don't really use that much. You're mostly going to use them for synchro materials, so it's pretty good. So these are great tuners, and 3 of each of those is good in my opinion. Next, I'm going to show you the cards that actually helped out this deck, and these are the support that came out for an Immortal Destiny. I play 2 copies of Ascator Dawnwalker and 2 copies of Supei Dawnwalker. So these 2 cards, they both have the same effects. Oh, they have the effects that says you can special summon these cards from your hand, but you have to discard 1 card from your hand, special summon them from your hand, and also if you do that, you can special summon a tuna monster, the respective tuners, from your hand or deck, and special summon them. But if you activate those effects, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except for synchros. So you only have to synchro if you activate the effect. But these cards really helped out this deck a lot, especially if you want to go for your first turn synchro summoning of Sun Dragon and Mojang, or any other synchro monster as well. So Ascator Dawnwalker is only special summon the Fire and Ascator, while Supei is always special summon the Supei, from the hand of deck as well. So it's pretty good. First turn Sun Dragon NT, and then the first turn Moon Dragon Kuya. Like, this is pretty good. I really love these new super fun. It's really helped out this deck, especially if you want to go for your first turn single play. And I think the ratio, I would say 2 of those is fine in my opinion. You don't really need to play 3, because 3 is too bricky, and you don't want to discard too many cards in your hand. So next, I'm going to be playing the other level 5 monsters that I play. I play 3 copies of Oracle of the Sun, 3 copies of Cyber Dragon, and 3 copies of Solar Wind Dragon. So these are the level 5 monsters that I play, and you mostly use this not only for your synchro plays, but also for your rank 5 XC plays as well. Oracle of the Sun and Cyber Dragon, they both have the same effect. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you special summon from your hand. Oracle of the Sun has another effect that says if it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can add one Supe or one Fire Escantor monster for your deck to your hand. So search for a tuner, which its effect comes up at times, but you mostly use it for your, material for synchro or rank 5 XC play. Solar Wind Jammer has a pretty good effect. it has a better effect than Cyber Dragon Oracle Sun, because its effect says if you control no monsters, you just special summon from your hand. So that's pretty cool. He has a second effect, like, increases level 1, but you don't need to use that effect. You mostly want to use it for synchro plays and rank 5 XC's plays. So, and in my opinion, 3 of each is really fun, in my opinion. And also, Cyber Dragon and Solar Wind Jammer are machine monsters, so you can go for your Cyber Dragon package as well. So that's it for the monsters. We're going to be playing the spells. I played 3 copies of Mystical Space Typhoon. I prefer this over Twin Tush, and the reason why is because you don't want to discard too many cards in your hand. The only cards that you're going to discard from your hand is Supe Dustwalker and Escantor Dawnwalker. So that's why I prefer MST over Twin Twister. MST is pretty good, Straw 1 card, spell Traveling the Phoenix Destroyer, so it's pretty good. And next I play 3 copies of Forbidden Lands. Forbidden Lands is really good. It really helped out this deck a lot. So it protects your monster from, it protects a monster from being unaffected by spells and traps. And of course, they lose 800 attack onto the end phase. But Forbidden Lands is pretty good, especially if you want to use it on your Sun Dragon, ET, Moon Dragon, Quia, because there comes a times there might be spells and traps that could get rid of your Sun Dragon or your Moon Dragon, and you don't want that. And Forbidden Lands really helped out this deck. You want to protect your Sun and Moon Dragon as possible, so that way you can special summon one another, get those graveyard effects and stuff like that as well. So 3 Forbidden Lands really help out. And next I do play 3 copies of Magic Planter. Magic Planter is really good in this deck. I do play some continuous spells and continuous track card in this deck. So Magic Planter, it's a pedigree effect, but its effect, you have to send 1 face-up track continuous track card you control to the graveyard and draw 2 cards. So it's pretty good, really good, especially if you need draw power, because in this deck you need some draw power in this deck, so it's really good. And for the 1-ups, for the spell cards, I play 1 copy Instant Fusion and 1 copy Monster Reborn. Instant Fusion, the Instant Fusion target I play is Penzar Dragon, which is the level 5 machine monster I play. Monster Reborn is Monster Reborn, because special summon the monster in either place where it really helped out a lot, so yeah. Alright, so that's it for the spells. Now I'm going to move on to the traps. And I'm going to show you guys the Magic Planter targets, which are the continuous track cards. And the continuous track card I do play 3 copies of Phoenix Chain, 3 copies of Call the Haunted, and 3 copies of Imperial Iron Wall. So these are your Magic Planter target, and these cards really helped out this deck a lot because Phoenix Chain, negates opponent monster, it negates an effect monster's effect, and also that monster cannot attack. Call the Haunted, it's called the Haunted, so special summon the monster in the graveyard and all that stuff is pretty good. And the good thing about Call the Haunted though, if you special summon a monster in your graveyard, right, and then you go for your synchro plays or your rank 5 XC plays, and Call the Haunted stays on the field, you can go Magic Planter, get rid of the Call the Haunted, and then you draw 2 cards. It's pretty good. And Imperial Ironwall really helped out this deck a lot. And the reason why I main deck Imperial Ironwall is because Sun Dragon ET and Moon Dragon Quia, they have their effects, special summon one another from the graveyard. And you don't want them to get banished, because if they get banished, you don't get their graveyard effects. So Imperial Ironwall main decking this card helped out this deck a lot, because you don't want to banish your synchro. You don't want to banish your monsters. So Imperial Ironwall really protects your monsters from being banished. Really protects your Sun Dragon and your Moon Dragon from being banished. So Imperial Ironwall really helped out this deck a lot. So because you don't want to banish your monsters, you want to protect your. Because when you use the effect of Sun Dragon and Moon Dragon, you want to protect. When they use the graveyard effect, you want to protect them while you do the effect as much as possible. So Imperial Ironwall in the main deck really helped out a lot. And for the other track cards that I play 3 copies of Torrential Tribute and 3 copies of Mirror Force just to round out the main deck. So, just for the extra monster destruction. And the good thing about it, if you got this and you single summon for Sun Dragon on the Moon Dragon, and then another one's in the graveyard, you can Torrential Tribute, and then you get their effects, and then special summon all that stuff, you go off there. So it's pretty cool as well. That's it for the main deck. Now for the extra deck. So I'm going to show you guys the synchros. I'll play 3 copies of Sun Dragon Inti and 3 copies of Moon Dragon Quia. So 3 of each of this is a better ratio in my opinion. 3 suns and 3 moons. They both have the same effect, when they send from the field to the graveyard, especially on one another from the graveyard and stuff. So it's like a monster fort effect, but it's pretty cool, So, and Sun Dragon Easy has another effect that says, if this card is destroyed by battle by an opponent's monster, and sent to the graveyard, the monster that destroys Sun Dragon Inti is also destroyed, and your opponent takes damage equal to half of the destroy opponent's monster's attack pool. So that's pretty cool. And so, Moondragon Quill has another effect that says if this card is selected as an attack target, you gain life points equal to half of the attack target opponent's monster. So that's pretty cool as well. Really good, like, you know, gaining this one, you know, you gain half of the life points. This one, your opponent takes half of the damage. Like, it's pretty cool and stuff. And also, you got cards like, and then when you activate the effect to special summon one of each other from the graveyard and stuff, you have to protect them as much as possible, because you know, with cards like Forbidden Lands, because you don't want them to be on the fate of themselves draft, and Imperial Iron Wall, so that way you can protect them from being banished and stuff. Of course, Sun Dragon Inti, you know, if it's sent for the field to the graveyard during the next standby phase of the next turn, target one Moondragon Queen on your graveyard, special summon it. Moondragon Queen, you know, if he's sent for the field to the graveyard, you can special summon one Sun Dragon Inti from your graveyard, special summon the Inti into your side of the field. So it's pretty good as well. Just letting you guys know about that. So 3 of each of these is good in my opinion. You don't really need to play like 1 or 2. So I think 3 of each of these is fine in my opinion, because it's better. It's a good ratio in my opinion. As far as the other single monsters that I play 1 copy of Scrap Dragon and 1 copy of Goyo Guardian to round off the synchros. And oh man, these 2 cards really helped out this deck a lot. Of course, Scrap Dragon. If you have this in either Moon Dragon or the Sun Dragon, you pop them, you use Scrap Dragon effect, pop them, and then you can get there and then pop 1 card, you're planning to destroy them, and then you can activate, you know, Sun Moon Dragon effect, special on one of those, so you can go off there as well. And Goyo Guardian is really good as well, you know, destroying the post monster per battle, especially on your side of the field, so it's pretty cool as well. Now, even though Goyo Guardian has an errata, the errata is, you know, the tuner monster has to be an earth attribute, but Supei is an earth attribute tuner monster, so that's pretty good. So that way you can go Goyo Guardian and stuff like that as well. There's a lot of things you can do in this deck with Goyo Guardian, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, Supei is an earth attribute, so that way you can single summon for the Goyo Guardian. So that's it for the synchros. As far as fusion, I only play 1, and that's 1 copy of Penzar Dragon. Instant fusion target. I don't use this effect that much. I just mostly use it for the, you know, rank 5 XC plays or synchro plays and stuff, so it's pretty cool as well. As far as XCs, I do play 6. And just to let you guys know, all the XC monsters I play are rank 5s. So just to let you guys know, 2 copies of Shark Fortress. Shark Fortress is really good in this deck. So first effect says your opponent's monsters cannot attack other monsters you control except for this card. And then the second effect says once per turn you target 1 face-up monster you control, and you know, you detach 1 XC material for this card, and then you target a face-up monster you control, and then that monster can declare a second attack during the battle phase this turn. So basically attack twice. And the first effect, oh my god, is so good. If you have 2 of these on the field, oh man, your opponent cannot declare an attack on any monsters, okay? If you have 2 of these on the field. Because Shark Fortress really helps that deck a lot, especially if it protects your monsters from, you know, from attacks from opponent's monsters. It's pretty good. 1 copy of Artifact the Rundown. The Rundown is pretty good. I mostly use the first effect. The first effect is the one that if your opponent activates a spell trial monsters effect, detach an XC material from this card, and then you can change that effect to, you know, destroy 1 spell tracker, you know, you control. So your opponent get to choose 1 spell tracker you control and destroy it. So that's pretty good to change that the effect and stuff. It's pretty cool. And of course, you play continuous trackers like Phoenix Chain, Call the Haunted, and Imperial Iron Wall. So that way, you know, your opponent activate a card effect, like Spell Trap a monster, activate Artifact's effect, detach, change the effect, your opponent can destroy 1 of your continuous track cards and stuff. So it's pretty good. This card really helped on the line as well. Next, I play 1 copy of Tyrus Keeper Geras. Tyrus is so good in this deck. Of course, he cannot be destroyed by card effects, but that's only if it has an XE material. If this card, you know, is attacked or being attacked, you target 1 card to field, destroy it, and then during each of your end phase, detach 1 XE from this card. Tyrus is really good. I really love Tyrus. Really helped out this deck a lot. And the last 2 cards, just to round off the extra deck, is 1 copy of Cyber Dragon Nova and 1 copy of Cyber Dragon Infinity. That's the Cyber Dragon package I play. And most of my level 5 monsters are machine monsters. And the level 5 machine monster I play is Solar Windjammer, Cyber Dragon, and Penzar Dragon, which is the instant fusion target. This Cyber Dragon package really helped out this deck a lot as well. You know, go, you know, 2 level 5 machine monsters, overlay XCs for Nova, and then you can go for Infinity, and then you can get Infinity's effect. Infinity's effect is really good. You know, like, you know, once per turn, during the player's turn, detach a XC material, negate a spell trap, a monster effect, and then destroy. And then he has another effect that says you can target 1 face-up card on the point control and attach it to infinity. So that's pretty cool as well. You can get extra materials, and then you could detach, and then you can get the effect and stuff and go off there. So it's pretty good. The Cyber Dragon Predator really helped out this deck a lot. So I love it. All right, so that's it for the extra. So that's it for the deck profile, guys. I hope you guys enjoy my Sun and Moon Dragon deck profile. Like I said before, it's more of a fun deck than a competitive deck. Can't say this deck is competitive. It's really good for fun. It's a really good fun deck to play. I just like play this deck for fun, so that's why. And it's really good. It's one of my favorite decks. It's fun, especially from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D series. So that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, post your comments in the comments below. Tell me what you think about my Sun and Moon Dragon deck profile. That's it for this video, guys. So this is Domingo Hero Network. All I can say is take care, have a good day, goodbye everyone, and Domingo Hero Network signing out. Peace.